Right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's not leave the session. Welcome everyone to tonight's race for the realistic tier. It's Brazil, and let's quickly check who is in who. Who is in which car, I mean. We have 19 drivers tonight, which is great. We haven't had that many drivers in the realistic tier that much lately. So, this is good. This is nice. Let's quickly go to the sign up. We have Jon Snow and Vettel in the Ferrari. We have Reaper and bend over backwards in the Red Bull. We have Hoff and Khan in the Mercedes. We have Serra and Andrews in the Alfa Romeo. We have Taylor and Runner in McLaren. Puffy and Ghost Rider in Alpine. We have Steve in the AlphaTauri. We have Gaza and Mario in the Haas. Evan and Whoopi in the Aston Martin. We have Sam Bull in the Williams. And we have Glads in, well, I think that's a Williams as well. Gaza has retired. He is the championship leader going into this race. He's finally knocked Ghost Rider off the throne, who had a DNF last race, if I remember correctly. Yes, he did. Now, Gaza didn't have the best race either, but he got enough points to get a whopping 1-point gap over McQueen and a whopping 4-point gap over Ghost Rider. So things are really starting to heat up in the championship battle with only 5 races left to go. And in the constructors, it's still hot pastry in P1, but their lead has massively shrunken. Instead of 55, they now have a 32-point lead over Brizzlefolk F1. Team Tiggy still chasing them too in P3. T-Bag P4. McJob in P5. Can and Hoff are in P6. Team Giggies in P7. Team Morning Glory in P8. And last but not least in the constructors, we have the Silver Arrows. Now, first few people are going to be out on the track. So let's see who we are going to follow. Who is the Red Bull out in front? It is Reaper. Reaper will be kicking us off tonight in quali. So it will be interesting to see where he ends up. Starts his lap now across the line. And takes turn 1 pretty well so far. We have a spinner in sector 2. Reaper is 17 flat through the first sector. Now into the fast right-hander. And then a slow one for sector 2, the technical part of the circuit. You either set your car up for this or for the main straight. And in race pace it might be main straight to have a better car. But in quali definitely the corners. 52.3, not 25, 52.3 through the middle sector. And DRS open towards the line. Reaper will start us off with a 1:09.1. Hello Sarah, hello Taylor. Good evening to you both. Ghost Rider immediately jumps Reaper in the Alpine, which car should actually be released right now. So let me have a quick sneak peek. Cause I want to see that Alpine. Alpine of one team. They haven't shown the car yet, that's annoying. Puffy and Top Gotcha have also put in a lap time. They are P3 and 4 respectively. Andrews in P5 with a slower lap, and Evan as well. But that's probably not what their times will end up being, because I don't see them being 8 seconds slower the whole time. Let's see, Gladz is on a lap again in the Williams. He was yesterday as well, but this time around that Williams will feel much slower. Rounds the final actual corner. And towards the line, Gladz will set a 1 minute 9.5, which is a decent time in that Williams. Up to ARC Vettel now, who I have permission to bully a lot, because he has been a bit of a wanker against me. So if he crashes, I'll be very happy. I'll really laugh. Haha. He is purple though. Let's see, with his Senna tribute helmet. We did do a few 5 laps beforehand. So he is nice and warmed up. It should be very well. Brazil. 52.3 to the second sector. That's around Reaper's time. But this car is way quicker than that Alpine on the straight. So coming towards the line, he will put in a 1 minute 9 flat, which is enough for P2. Sarah just leaving the pit lane as well. Jon Snow, teammate of Vettel for tonight, is on an outlap as well. And so is Runner. Alright, for the people in chat. Oh, we have a spinner there actually. That's John. That's not ideal. He's been struggling a little bit with the setups lately. And yeah, this won't help the confidence at all. But for the people who are in the chat, please let me know if the audio is tight or if it's not. Oh yeah, John really struggling. Which is unfortunate. But I know we can do it. Come on, John, I support you. Jon Snow also had a surgery on his hand, so that might impact his... Oh, what? Oh, Reaper's retired in the pit lane and Hoff ran into him. Because it teleported Reaper back onto the track and it didn't ghost him. And he's still at turn 1. There is a Williams, I think, there now. Hopefully he didn't run into Reaper. Don't think he did, don't think he has damage. But yeah. Unfortunate, and that's Reaper out as well. So Reaper will not improve on his time or place. And now we shall be with Sarah, who is rounding the final corner, almost out of ERS, and goes into P2, just pips Vettel for P2. And for the front row, Queen is on the lawn mowing service. The nice bright red helmet, lovely. Taylor is going slowly as well, recharging. Whoopi is on an out lap, Jon Snow's back into the lane, and Can has just started his lap. So on with Can we go. Can set a good set. Oh no! Steve's been disqualified. Facing the wrong way. What are you doing? You know what? That's karma. Shouldn't have called me Bennett Brian. He's left the session as well. Don't know if that was intentional. Taylor went up into P3. Also just pips Vettel. Very close for P2, 3 and 4. All within half a tenth. We have the Mercedes of Can now rounding the final bend to go into P14. Whoopi on the lap as well. Close to Vettel's time in the middle sector. And goes P6. Very decent in the Aston Martin. Jon's on an out lap again. Let's see what he can manage this time. And there we go. Jon Snow has started his lap, and Vettel has actually come out at the perfect time to give him a little tow. Question is, will he do it? Answer is no, he won't. Maybe on the main straight though. As Jon goes fastest through sector 1. Vettel does seem to be waiting up for Jon. Being a nice teammate after all. Hello? Am I... I can't hear myself. Hello? Is this normal? What's going on? Anyway, I think Vettel is on the lap, and I hope he guys can hear me. Can't hear myself though, which is annoying. Manage my stream. Right, hopefully that's good. Vettel on a lap has a bit of traffic in front from Jon Snow, who has done his teammate by 0.003 of a second. Hopefully, yeah, Vettel's 4 seconds off. I think they're giving each other another tow. Although Vettel is low on the ERS. No, he hasn't just turned off. So yeah, they are doing the tow game. Bit wide in turn 1 for Vettel. But is still 0.06 of a second up on his time. And is looking to make that gap a bit more. Oh! He's left the session. Well, that was Vettel for tonight. I think that will be a P5. I guess his mother wasn't happy with him being on the Wi-Fi after all. Mom turned his Wi-Fi off as well. Internet went, yes. I am finally no longer alone. Can is 1 second down on this time, so that won't be an improvement. Ghost Rider goes 2.5 tenths quicker and puts it on pole by 5 tenths. Right, I am not cursed, right? Taylor 13 seconds up on his time. That's a massive improvement. Karen, mate, I'm not cursed. You just have shit Wi-Fi. Don't blame me for it. No, I'm just better. I'm not cursed. I'm just so good I have to pretend like I'm very bad. And cursed all the time. Could you imagine if all the time I was pretending to just bin it? That would have been the biggest brain strategy ever. No one would recover from that one. Might have made me rage quit, but... Oh, there's Taylor. You might have made me rage quit on FIFA, but I still have double your wins. Big Gibson. Oh. You'll never be better. Ha ha ha. Right, Whoopi is 2 tenths up on his time and he's looking to jump ahead of Reaper, Vettel, Graz and Jon Snow. As he is coming across the line, he will not do that. He'll jump into P6. Sarah is Sarah on the lap. I think he is. Win against me with classic cars, then we'll talk. Oh, Sarah's gone. That won't help him. Pole position, I think, is pretty safe for Ghost Rider. as Sarah decided to start up his own lawn mowing service. Back in? Good. You wouldn't want to have the ice tires on the start of the race. Glad's definitely not improving on that lap. Rest of them all in the pit lane. So this is the grid lineup with Ghost Rider in P1, Sarah P2, Taylor P3, Jon Snow P4, Vettel in P5, Whoopi P6, Glatz in P7, Reaper P8, Gotcha P9, Puffy rounds off the top 10. And we have Mario. Oh, Gotcha doesn't no longer round off the top 10. Because he is in P9. It's now Puffy. Runner in P11. Mario P12, Hof P13, Sam Bull P14, Andrews in P15, Can P16, Evan P17. Then we have Gaza, championship leader on the back row in P18, and McQueen Naughty Boy in P19 with a disqualification. We will be heading into a quick 5-minute break if no one rallies up early, and that will mean that I shall be putting myself on mute now, and we'll be right back. Bye. I am back early with an announcement. The Alpine car has been released. And wow, it's so different. Oh my god. Never saw this coming. It's wow, it's beautiful. It's very, very nice. So different. Wow. Just perfect. You're not struggling, mate. You're in P4. Or at least not struggling pace-wise. Yes, it's the same. Na 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 na. Yeah, magical check for nothing. The Alpine is literally the same. Nothing special to see there. You want a massive crash or watch the tier 2 stream? Massive crashes all around. At the start. With involving you, so you are no longer struggling or just random. Everyone but you, so you win. Sorry, Whoopi. Had to. My tires are 55 degrees, loving life, and they're going down. Well, everyone likes a bit of ice on their wheels, don't they? Although I doubt there will be many ice on 50 degrees, but ice nonetheless. Maybe cool the tires even more down more. That guy there on the right, the bottom right, with the huge bald spot. He should wear a hat, I think. If I ever go that bald, like, I think I would just give up on my hair. Like, not grow it anymore. Just be completely bald, bowling ball shining. But yeah, we are in Brazil, might be fashion. I wonder why they're all mostly looking at the pit lane though, because the cars are on track, so plus you never see any marshals down there. So I wonder what they're doing. They're kind of in sync though. That they're watching naughty stuff at the moment. At least I don't see anyone on their phone. They might be imagining it though. Might be having Hilly in their heads. Fantasizing about him. You never know. So Hof apparently is Swedish. Dobgotcha is Scottish. John, I didn't know you were from Israel, mate. Nice culture. Hof is a fake Swede. Nah, he's a real Swede. If he can speak one Swedish word, he is Swedish in my eyes. He's from Birmingham? Nah, Sweden. He's definitely from Sweden. Don't believe you. Sweden all the way. And we are into the race. Well, apparently we are not. Ah, yeah, there we go. We are finally going around Interlagos Autodromo. And heading for a long race. Hof and McQueen both on soft. And throughout the rest of the field, it's a pretty mixed strategy. Watch for Hof and McQueen through the first 5 laps. Yes, we've had a spinner. It is Super Mario. who has lost a lot of places. And is now in P19. Don't know what's going on, but Ghost Rider is having a nice little battle with Sarah on the formation lap. By the looks of it, at least. They are now heading towards the green. Game audio seems very loud, but I don't know if that's true. And the Ghost Rider could have been better. Sarah almost perfect. John could have been better. Vettel basically perfect. Whoopi is all the way back. They're all crossed between each other. So let's put that on this. And let's wait till the lights go out. 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go for the Brazil Grand Prix. It's a bad start for Jon Snow. It's a great one for Taylor, who has put himself into P2. There's a Ferrari going very wide there. And also McLaren going off the track. And it's Sira in P1 for now. Sambu with a 5-second penalty for collision. Vettel side by side with Taylor on the softer tires. Taylor gives him the big squeeze. Whoopi now down the inside there as well, as Vettel tries to send it. Makes a little bit of contact and Taylor's round into Whoopi as well. And Glatz takes advantage and put his Williams into P3. Big battles behind as well. Taylor down 7, Jon Snow down 6. Reaper down 4. Biggest gainer so far is Gaza, who is in P9 already. And I'll put the intervals back on. 2-second gap already between the top 2 and the rest of the field. Here comes Vettel. He's gaining, he's gone. He is already past Glatz into turn 1 and will now start his chase to the 2 leaders in front. Sambu and Runner are both in the pit lane. Oh, and Ghost Rider and Sarah actually side by side. And Ghost Rider is through into P1. Sarah comes back at him though. Ghost Rider on the medium, Sarah on the hard. Sarah tries to get the switch back, but does not manage to do so. Gaza made his way up into P8. Top Gotcha losing a lot of places. I think he went a little bit wide. He's now down to P12. Roughly looking to... Oh no, Vettel's round! He's binned it! Fucked up Vettel. And he's now down to P15, back going. Hopefully didn't cause too many harm on the people around him. The Queen going for a move on Hof as well. But not quick enough just yet. Gaza is chasing Mario and Puffy in the hard compound tires, already 10 places up. He's going rapid. McQueen not having the greatest of times in trying to have a shot at the championship lead for this race. At the moment that would be Ghost Rider with Sarah behind, or Yeah, Ghost Rider with Gaza behind, and then McQueen with Runner actually in P4. Who has had a bad race so far. He is in P18 at the moment. And Gaza is being hunted down by Taylor behind. Taylor also on the hard. But Taylor able to turn into those corners a little bit quicker. Ooh, and a big moment actually there from Mario in front, as Gaza will now go past him. And Mario might lose 2 places into turn 1, because Taylor goes round the outside as well. Basically 3 wide there, and Taylor has to concede. Now Jon Snow is round the outside of Taylor. Taylor gets the quicker line down. Now Jon has to push to get the pass. Gaza is in P6 and Jon Snow stays behind in P9. Although Taylor probably not happy with his setup, as we have a yellow flag for Cap. Gaza also kind of struggling through the corners. Mario all over the back of him. Gaza really needs a DRS from the Puffy in front, as Taylor and Jon Snow are side. Jon around the outside does not manage to get that position just yet. Full ERS battery. You can probably get 2 cars if you really want to on this straight. DRS open and he waits. Taylor is pushing though. Taylor wants to get that move done on Mario. Taylor goes round the outside. Turns to the inside for this corner, but not enough. And now Jon is there. Jon is side by side with Taylor. This time Jon's on the inside. Taylor had a big wobble. And now Jon going for the move. Reaper's there as well. Jon past Reaper, as is Will on the inside of Taylor too. Reaper pushing, but not enough just yet. He has to concede in this battle for now. And Jon is finally through into P8. Jon actually maybe struggling a little bit with the dirty air, because Taylor is catching. Taylor is probably gonna use his ERS more than Jon will. Taylor really wants to get the aggression going. He's gaining and he's gaining a lot. Will he send it? No, he will not. Puffy and Gaza in front as well battling. Puffy has to concede. And Effen has had a spinner as well. Now behind. No one really going for a move. Jon Snow using his ERS. Taylor is as well. And Taylor stays behind for now. Gaza is just ahead of Puffy. Whoopi is the next on the hit list for Gaza. He is really catching rapidly. Although he is out of ERS and Puffy can see that. Puffy has way more ERS than Gaza has. Now Whoopi in front of this pack, and Gaza really needs that DRS to stay ahead of Puffy. It's a huge battle from basically P4 all the way down to P11. They're all in one train. And Gaza is just gonna miss out on the DRS. And will probably have to concede a position to Puffy here. Jon Snow is past Mario as well. We can see the two in front battling as well. Mario has lost another position and is on the grass. Just manages to keep that. Puffy now will probably push for the overtake, as Hoff and Vettel are also side by side, and Hoff keeps ahead for now. No one here making that move just yet. Maybe Vettel will make it. Yes, he does. Sends it down the inside. Leaves plenty of space and is through P13. Now we have this battle again. Actually, Mario side by side with Reaper, around the outside, and Mario defended easily as we've had a spinner. And it's Hoff. Hoff is round. Ooh, ahead there as well, Jon Snow, really all over the back of Puffy. And Reaper is the first driver with a penalty tonight. Can Jon take two? Puffy certainly gaining. But not enough, and we have a bit of a DRS train on our hands. It's Jon Smart, he switches back but doesn't. Puffy very slow on the exit, and yeah, you can go again, good. And very quiet. Ooh, Jon's almost round. Let me quickly, very quickly, fix my audio. Alright, there we go. Taylor was almost off the track there. And Carnage behind, because Reaper's round, and Mario went into him. Ooh, and this is almost gonna be 3 wide into turn 1. Taylor pulls out just ahead, and Jon Snow tries to go around the outside, but doesn't. Gaza in front, side by side with Whoopi as well. Puffy now comes back at Jon Snow. And makes that move, I think. Gaza and Whoopi not so. Puffy is past Jon Snow, but Jon brakes very late. And misses the corner, and now Puffy's back ahead. Jon coming back though. Jon had a little look down the inside. Puffy now brakes later, misses the apex. And yellow in sector 1, and Sean Bull has retired. And it's a safety car. At lap 9, soft runners will be absolutely loving this. Ghost Rider is into the pit lane. Syrah is as well. So I wonder what they will do. Glads comes in as well. Ghost Rider. Hearts. Everyone is in except Gaza. Glads. Or Syrah mediums. Puffy stays out as well. And will be... I know what's going on. It's my controller that just keeps disconnecting. Don't know why, but that's what's happening. So I have to put the charger in. Almost everyone has pitted. Better said, everyone has pitted except 3 drivers, which will be Mario, Puffy, and Gaza. Some guys onto the softs, which is probably smart because you do have to pit again. And now we wait. Till the safety car comes back in, which will probably be another 2 laps. And until that time, let's go on board with Evan. Who is using his ERS under the safety car. Probably want to turn that off, mate. He's actually using his ERS through the corners. That definitely won't help you. Yeah, ERS makes you faster, but not like that. Let's turn it off now. As the rest of the field is already halfway through Sector 2. Sam Bull left the session. Vettel, Andrews and Ken on to the softs. Ghost Rider, hard, Syrah, medium, Glad's, hard, Ghost Rider, Glad's, Jon Snow, McQueen, Reaper, Runner and Evan can make it to the end on those hards. And Gaza, Puffy, Mario, Vettel, Andrews and Ken have to pit again. And probably the medium runners as well, though you can stretch it. Mario actually comes in. And so does Top Gotcha. So I wonder if they had a little incident there. I don't think they did though. Top Gotcha puts on the softs. Mario puts on the hards. So he actually gets a 2-lap advantage over the rest of the field, but will be behind Evan coming out of the pits. There seems to be a little bit of carnage here at the back. At least they're all slowing down. Taylor going slowly. The safety car will be in this lap. Now will Gaza wait as long as Syrah did yesterday? Or will he go as early as Syrah did yesterday? Yes, Syrah was leading most of the time yesterday. Let's see. Lights should be going off in 3, 2, 1. There we go. And now it's Gaza who controls the pace. Let's see who will be the biggest gainer and the biggest loser of the safety car restart. Gaza has gone early and Vettel has already overtaken McQueen, probably has to let that position back. Carnage there as well, because there is a yellow flag. And McQueen has now also lost that position to Vettel finally, who's on the soft compound tires. Big battle in front there. Top Gotcha has also made his way past Mario. Vettel's made his way past Jon Snow. A bit of team orders there maybe, because Vettel is on the soft. But, oh, Whoopi actually slows down and lets Vettel pass. Jon Snow with his first penalty. Puffy goes very wide, and that's another precision for Vettel. He's really flying. That's about 5 places in the span of, well, half a lap. Puffy really dropping down quickly. Vettel is right on that back of Taylor Mackenzie. He should be the fastest man on track right now. And he shouldn't be dumping all of the DRS without DRS. So he will make a move probably here on Glad, sends it. And is passed, yes, into P5. From P10 to P5 in one full lap. And now is right on the back of Glads as we have Ken in the wall. and with an incident. Now Vettel sends it down the inside. Taylor brakes just a little bit later and makes that apex. And Andrews behind as well, dropping positions quickly. Vettel probably wants to get past Taylor and Serra as quick as he can to get the lead of the race. Speaking of lead of the race, we might see a change of the guard after this straight, because Gaza is on way slower tires than the rest behind him. Here goes Vettel, using the DRS, going around the outside. Turns to the inside here, but doesn't have the overspeed. And now the guys ahead also battling Ghost Rider and Serra. Vettel with his DRS takes the shortest line possible. Taylor boxed in, Vettel makes it 3 wide into turn 5. And in the end it all stays the same. Vettel still there though, and Taylor just turned in and contact has been made. Big crash, Whoopie is out. And so is the safety car. Huge crash. And that might be some floor damage for Vettel as well, who was on a roll. And you can take the mediums to the end from here as well. I did 20 laps on them yesterday. Yeah, big crash for Vettel. And doesn't seem to have any floor damage. But you never know. Gaza is into the pit lane. He will now lose a heap of positions. Taylor in as well. We had that collision with Vettel. Puffy into. Andrews into. And Vettel of course in as well. Gets rid of the softs and onto the mediums he goes. Vroom vroom vroom. Ken has made his way back into the pit lane as well. And this is a lucky break for him. Because now he'll be right back at the rear end of the field. Right place, wrong time. Yeah, unfortunately, Whoopie. Probably went wide to avoid that all happening in front, and then they went towards there. I think that's what happened. And yeah, unfortunate. Innocent bystander. It got unfortunately taken out. Now we have Serra in the lead. Top Gotcha in the pit lane. And Serra, I expect a very late safety car restart, because you've been doing it, and I want to prove that it makes carnage every single time. Yeah, sucks, man. You were having a decent race up until that point as well. For Aston Martin standards, definitely. I think that's one of the slowest cars in the game. So yeah. Unfortunate, but we move on to the next race, which will be... Let's quickly check the calendar and show you all where we will be next week, which is race around Canada. Blame Canada, blame Canada. Na, 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 na. Well, Whoopi, if it makes you feel any better, I will dub you now as our safety car driver. So you will probably still be making a lot of appearances in this race. In a differently sized Aston Martin, but still the same. Leading the race. Everyone has caught up. I don't know why we're not going yet. But should be in this lap. Which leaves us at the halfway point. Evan, Whoopi's teammate, he is in P10. And I think he started lower than P10. He did, he's up 6 places, so he's having a decent race so far. Best race so far probably has to go to McQueen, who is up 13 places. And Gaza, who has maybe made his final pit stop, he is in P11. Anyway, back to the safety car lead we go. Whoopi has had enough and he's going back in. When does Sierra go? He's waiting. He's still waiting. He's still waiting. And he's gone. And has a big gap over the rest of the field. 7/10 and carnage behind. There's an Aston Martin going, I think, very wide there. Huge contact behind. Evan down a place now. Top Gotcha, I think, has damage. And Vettel is without a wing? He is without a wing. And he's just made an overtake on Puffy, who has lost his wing a little bit as well. Mario has nothing going on really. Gaza has moved up a few places. I'm surprised how Vettel is closing on Mario, whilst Mario has no damage and Vettel has quite a bit. Mario must have damage. He's going so slowly. Vettel's... what? Vettel's staying out without a front wing. Why is he driving like normally? Why is he quit? What's going on? I'm not being blind, am I? Like, he definitely has no front wing. No. What? I've seen it all. Vettel driving without a front wing and actually catching a runner. What? How? What's this wizardry? How is he staying on the track? I am genuinely baffled by this. What? Look at the over. What's going on? A huge amount of overspeed by Vettel, and he's just made an overtake without a front wing. I call hacks. Even though he's on Xbox, I call hacks. If a runner is smart, he doesn't really battle a lot with Vettel, and he lets Vettel catch up to Hoff, even though he doesn't have a front wing. Don't know how he's managing this, but apparently he is a god amongst men. Ghost Rider with the fastest lap of the race, chasing Sierra. He's going very wide in turn 1, I just saw that on the minimap. And has now lost 5 tenths. Reaper in P5. Behind Jon Snow in the Ferrari in P4, who is chasing Glatz in the Williams of all cars in P3. And Jon should be past Glatz immediately. That Williams is shite. He's not really catching enough. Surprisingly. Oh, big drift coming into that corner. And does he make a move right here? He's not using his ERS, but wow! Look at the gains! Jon Snow into P3, Reaper behind now, who takes a slower line through turn 1. And he won't be making that move. Gaza, again with the huge gains on McQueen, is passed fully. And Vettel has caught up to Hoff. Hoff has made a mistake, because that gap was in 1.2 seconds. Both are very low on the ERS. Puffy with the fastest lap of the race. And Vettel with a penalty. Still only just within DRS, as Reaper has made his way past Glatz. Not fully though. He gets the DRS for this straight as well, and side by side, Reaper is passed for P4. Yellow. That is for a Mercedes of Can, who has wing damage once again, and that will probably be a pit stop. 14 lap old mediums for Sierra. He'll be feeling the tire wear about now. Tires will probably be around 35 to 40% as Ghost Rider sends it around the outside, turns to the inside here, doesn't have enough drive though, and now will be on the attack once again. DRS open, not using his ERS, Doesn't have to just yet. Not really a logical place to make the overtake here, as Top Gotcha has just lost 2 places by going wide. Sera still ahead in the lead. Once again has involved himself in an amazing battle. A strategic battle, 11 laps to go. If Sera makes this to the end on those mediums, he will be crying and probably be around 80%, if not higher. Oh, as we have a yellow, that's for Evan, who has had a spin. And Ghost Rider once again sends it around the outside. This time he is alongside for the second part of the corner as well. But Sera again gets the better exit. Yellow flag again in sector 2, which is for Evan. Ghost Rider catches up, but not quite just enough. And has to wait behind once again. Evan is doing all kinds of acrobatics with them hot tires. Hoff with a penalty, who is chasing Mr. Vettel. And again, here comes Ghost Rider, this time with not as big of a gain. Maybe he does try to get a move on this straight now. He is using his ERS. And he is gaining massively. He has to go around the outside again though. Sera really defending this well. 9 laps to go. And Ghost Rider has to wait behind for yet another lap. If Sera was to pit now, he'll come out in about P12, P13. Hi Hilly, I don't blame you. No one wants to do a 100% race around Monaco. So, welcome! To the race we call Brazil, where Sera is once again in the lead. There is once again a Mercedes round, and there is once again a Ghost Rider trying to go around the outside. And this time has his nose there, but still doesn't get the better drive. And all this battling is really helping Jon Snow catch up to this battle. Ghost Rider now way closer, this time using a lot of ERS. Pulls out alongside again round the outside. And still Sera is in front. This time they're side by side though. Sera is right there, but Ghost Rider again has to concede, and this has cost them 8 tenths. Jon Snow is really close. Is now within the RS range. And now we have a 3-way battle for the win. At the pit 3 times in 4 laps. Hit the pit wall on exit. Well, yeah, nothing much to say there besides skill issue. Ghost Rider once again around the outside. Once again cannot make his way past. And once again has to push Sera out of the way. And still side by side. This time he might have him. Round the outside of Sira finally has to concede on that P1, although he doesn't. Round the outside, both of them. Ghost Rider still on the inside, still side by side. And I don't believe it, but Sira just pulls ahead. Ghost Rider still there though. Sira stays in P1. Great defending from him. Jon Snow though right there as well, who by Hilly is doing very great considering his wanking injury. So Jon, some encouraging words from Hilly. Jon sends it around the outside. First opportunity he gets. Might even get Sera into turn 1. Sera now has to defend from two sides. Jon Snow still there. Ghost Rider lost the position but gets a better exit than Jon Snow. And now has actually lost that position. Jon Snow is chasing Sera. And if he's lucky and gets past, he might just be able to pull out a big enough gap to the battling of Ghost Rider and Sera. And he might just win this race. Vettel with the fastest lap on the softs. He doesn't want to come out of this race empty-handed. Jon Snow losing a bit of time in the second sector, which we heard he doesn't really like it there. Aston Martin goes out of the way nicely. Now onto the straight. Jon's good area. He has way more ERS than Sera ahead. And gains massively. And is passed into turn 1 for the lead of the race. Sera comes back at him though, tries to go around the outside. But Jon has better straight line speed and a better exit. And has taken the lead of the race. And can now pull away from Sera with old tires. Even with a penalty. Ghost Rider will be licking his fingers once again. But now actually has to make the move very quickly. Because otherwise Jon Snow will be pulling away too much. Reaper is actually caught up as well. And he is now also in the battle for the podium. If Sera has a puncture, these three will be on the podium, although Reaper might lose 2 places to both Gaza and Gladz. And Jon Snow is pulling away from Sera. Sera actually puts onto the tarmac. That's way slower, and now Ghost Rider is again not fully through. Now he is. Sera gets the switchback. But it's Ghost Rider who finally is in P2. Sera won't catch up enough. Almost made contact there. But finally Ghost Rider is passed, and this has probably secured his place for the victory if Jon Snow cannot pull out 3 seconds. Reaper is now behind Sera, and Sera's tires are probably crying. Reaper with a big wobble, and Vettel is out of the Grand Prix. Had a spin and is backwards into the wall. You can see him right there. Unfortunately, he decided to not be prime Sebastian Vettel and instead be Ferrari final year Sebastian Vettel. Here goes Reaper, 0% ERS, but sends it down the inside on the better tires. And is now back behind again. Sera just clings onto the DRS of Ghost Rider. Reaper there around the outside, doesn't have enough pace just yet. Bit wobbly on exit as well. Here comes. Well, someone, I don't know who I was gonna say, but someone's probably coming at the moment. Ooh, saucy. Vettel got... how do I say that nicely? I don't know. I can't think of anything yet. Leave it down in the stream chat for a suggestion to say that nicely. Vettel got visited by the bum fairy. Thank you, Hiddy. And I think Jon Snow might just be hanging on to P2, but it's very close. 2 laps to go. Gaza on those very old mediums behind as well. Taylor is gonna take the fastest lap from Vettel. No, he's not, because he's just retired. On pit exit, that is, Mario decided to do a little lawn mowing. And Jon Snow is now officially safe for P2. But not yet for P1. Gaza and Glatz have both caught up to Reaper and Syrah. Reaper's out! Glatz is out as well. Oh! Turn 1 almost completely blocked. Huge crash. Puncture for McQueen. Oh my god. Huge incident, and I mean absolutely huge incident. 2 cars out, McQueen still spinning around. The race ruined by this puncture. Watch out, there's someone coming behind you, McQueen. And Syrah might just be safe then for his podium. Gaza behind. 2 laps to go. Gaza with a huge amount of overspeed round the outside. Syrah leaving him no room at all. Almost off the track. Gaza had to go into turn 1, but just enough for his car to be there. Gaza now again round the outside. And Syrah once again defending this well. Gaza on way fresher tires, and last time Syrah was here he had to concede his place. Contact made, and Gaza around. Syrah waits up for him, that's fair play. Good job, Syrah. Massive fair play. Round of applause for that. Knows when he's in the wrong. As this is actually the final lap. McQueen disqualified, parking in a dangerous location. Apparently this was the final lap. Lap counter didn't update for me, I think. But Jon Snow crosses the line in P1. But it's Ghost Rider back to winning race after a DNF in P1. Jon Snow with an injury in the end in P2. It is Gaza who will take P3. And Syrah who takes P4. Nice bit of fair play between the 2 drivers. Top Gotcha with a good result actually comes home in P5. Runner P6, Puffy P7. And Andrews in P8. Hoff and Effen are P11 and 12. There goes Andrews, there goes Ken, there goes Mario. And that's race over. The driver of the day for me goes to Gaza. Started last in the one of the slowest cars. Game driver of the day also goes to Gaza, which is good. Shows I have a good eye for good drives. So now we wait for the podium. Which will be walking out P2 finisher on track, but P1 finisher due to penalties. It is Ghost Rider. So here we have the whole grid once again. Let's quickly scroll through the race director as I thank you all for watching tonight's race. We will be back next week, as I said, at Canada. And if you want a bit of entertainment during the weekend, you can tune in to watch our Tier 1 drivers take each other on around Brazil as well in an equal performance tier. Yeah, that's been it. It will be, I think, still Mr. Innate Bono, dad of Innate, on comms for Saturday. I am very bad with names and I've just forgotten his name, but yeah, he's on comms for Saturday. Next week, Wednesday at 8, we will be racing around Canada for Tier 2. Thursday at 8, we'll be racing at Canada for the realistic tier. And yeah, that's been it. Goodbye. Still can't find the quit button.